This video is a quick look at how to create functions with parameters in Code.org's block-based environment. So in the main lessons, like in our Accelerated Intro course, there are function definitions and calls. So like here's a definition over here, and here's a call, and this function has a parameter called height, and so I can feed a number. In this case I'm using the counter variable to give it that number. I can feed a number in there on the side. Now, a lot of the times in these lessons it just gives you functions with those parameters, and there are a couple lessons earlier on in the course where there's a little star right here, and if you click that star it allows you to create a parameter, an input for that function. What I want to show you now is how it looks in the projects area. So when we pop over to the projects area and you make an artist project, it looks a little bit different, and I don't know why they did this way, but here it is nonetheless. So I want to make a new function. They give you a whole bunch of them, but let's say I want, let's do draw an octagon, right? There's no draw an octagon, so you're going to hit create a function. You're going to give it a name, and I'm actually going to use JavaScript camel case, where the first letter is lowercase, the first letter of the next word is uppercase, and there's no spaces. What is it supposed to do? Well, that's obvious. And I'm going to give it a length parameter. So in here, there is no little star to click. You just type in the name of a parameter and add it, and that will create it. Now, while we're in this view, we can define what this function is going to do. If I do nothing else right now and I close this, we will see that there is a draw octagon function here, and I can call it, and I can give it a length. Let's try 200. But when I run it right now, nothing happens. Okay, and that's because I didn't actually put anything in the definition for the function. So I got to hit edit, and now I'm back to this definition, and I have to make some code. Now, with an octagon, those are 8-sided, so I'm going to use an 8 loop. We're going to move forward, and that one is going to change depending on the length of the octagon. So I'll put that length variable in for the move. You'll notice this is how you do that. You don't have to go dig in the variables here to find that. They give it to you right up front. So that's nice. And then after each move I need a turn, and that turn is got to be 360 divided by 8, because there are 8 sides. And here's a little fun trick, just so you know. You actually don't need to go to a calculator to do that. You can just plug in 360 divided by 8 right here, and it will do that. Of course, I screwed up and used another move, and I was supposed to use a turn. So let's fix that. And now when I close this, we can check if this is working, and yeah, this is looking beautiful. And that's all there is to it. I got a whole new function here that I can call, and I can feed it whatever parameter I want, so that I can make all sorts of interesting things. And then the real fun starts, of course, if you're trying to make designs and you start to use a counter loop, and then you use that counter variable inside of your dealiu. Let's go by 4s, see what happens. Chuck that in there, variable, in this case it's I. Ooh, how cool is that? Well, you get the idea. Have fun with this. It's a really good skill to have, and it allows you to make very, very flexible functions that allow you to build bigger and better things. Enjoy!